Hello my friends, welcome back to another Beauty Tuesday video. And today I'm going to show you my full Zoeva eyeshadow palette collection. So why I wanted to do this video, just a quick background story, is that when I started this YouTube, I was mainly doing vlogs and fitness related things. And at the same time I started my Denice Beauty Corner channel where I uploaded basically just beauty videos, but it was a lot to take on two channels, and this one was growing much faster than my beauty video because I put a lot of more time and effort into this channel. So I stopped uploading videos on my Beauty Corner channel, but I did do a video on that channel where I went through all my Zoeva eyeshadow palette and my whole collection, and that video has been very popular on that channel. That is why I wanted to recreate it here on my channel, so I have like everything in one place. And I also wanted to do it now with better quality and also go through and do swatches on all the palettes and everything, so it will be a little more in depth. So that is what we're gonna do, and I have most of their basic eyeshadow palettes. I do not have the full matte palette. I know that one I might want to have also, but they have also released a lot of new palettes. I think that they are coming out with palettes all the time that are like with fun colors and things, but here are the palettes that are very basic and that are like palettes that is never going out of style. So that is why I wanted to show them to you. And I found the brand Zoeva long before anyone was ever talking about them on YouTube. And I quickly fell in love with their formula, and I love their packaging, and I love everything about Zoeva. And it's also very good prices, and it's a German company, and when I ordered straight from their website, but I know that now it's a lot of different retailers. For example, I think that you can buy Zoeva on Beauty Bay. So yeah, I'm gonna go through my palettes that I have, and I have 5 small palettes and 3 of their bigger palettes. So the 5 small palettes I have is like the key ones in my opinion. It's the Blanc Fusion palette, the Taupe Palette, the Metallic Palette, the Caramel Melange Palette, love that one, and the Cocoa Blend. So let's go through them quickly first and see what we think about them. So starting with the palette that I'm using in today's makeup look that I did is the Blanc Fusion Palette. So it's a very sleek type of palette, and they all have like a magnetic touch. And none of them have any mirror in there, but they are all having the same type of layout. This specific palette has all the mattes in one row and all the shimmers in another row. And this one is also a little more like bright. You do not have like super deep colors, and the colors that I have been using today is all of this brown tone colors, and then this that is called Noble. And I really like this one because it's very basic and simple. You can do so many different looks with it. You can do an all matte look, but you can also do shimmers and things, and this shimmer is actually very pretty to also use like just an inner corner highlight, or you can even use it on the cheeks if you want to. The Vision of Gold color is really something special, but from the shimmers I really prefer the more bright toned shimmers in this. And yeah, I simply just love this palette, and we're going to compare the palettes, so you're going to see them like side by side and see which ones that are like a little bit different and so. But this one, I really like this one a lot. Then let's talk about the 2 most popular palette, and it's the Caramel Melange and the Cocoa Blend. And let's start with the Cocoa Blend palette. So this one, you have also shimmers and mattes, but here you do not have the same type of layout. You have the mattes little like here you have matte, and down here you have 2 mattes, and then you have little pops of shimmers here and there. And this color is even like a matte color with glitter in. So this is a very popular one. I remember when they started to talk about Zoeva on YouTube, this was the palette that people were talking about the most. And this Warm Notes color is like one of the ones that I remember people talking about the most. I really like this palette, and I used to reach for this one a lot, but lately I tend to reach for the Blanc Fusion and Caramel palette a little bit more, but I still really like this one. So talking about the Caramel Melange palette, I have been wearing this so much. I have been using this palette so much, and you can even see it's pretty beaten up here. Here you have like this whole part is with matte, and these 4 colors are shimmers. So you see you have like a little bit of different layout when it comes to the color coordination in the different palettes, but all of them are like in this 2-row kind of layout. I really like this one because even though it's very warm tone, you still have like a neutral crease color here, and I love that you have a very bright like blending color and brow bone color, and this liquid center is just amazing. So yeah, Almost Burnt is also a color that I really like. I think that we're going to compare these 3 palettes because the Blanc Fusion, the Caramel Melange, and the Cocoa Blend side by side, so we can see how they are different. So here we have Blanc Fusion, in the middle we have Cocoa Blend, and here we have Caramel Melange. So here you can see the different layout and the differences in between them. So as you can see, the Caramel Melange is a little more warm tone than what Cocoa Blend is, and Blanc Fusion is more brighter colors, even though you have a little bit of darker colors in there as well. So moving on, we have 2 more of these small palettes, and it's the Taupe Palette and the Metallic Palette. So starting with the Metallic Palette, here we have a palette that only have 1 matte color, and it's this black color. All the other colors are metallic. So for me, I feel like this palette is not a one-step palette. I feel like I need to have another combination because I rarely do a makeup look with just metallics and 1 black plain color. Even though I really like the metallics, I haven't been using this one so much as I have been using the other palettes, to be honest. But this black color is very deep, so I like to go into this black color whenever I use the other palettes, just to like dig into a deep black color. But it's a very interesting palette, and you have like all the different colors you need in here. And then we have the Taupe palette, and this is something I find very interesting because I am not so much into cool tone eyeshadows. I thought I was going to love the other warm tone palettes, but I was not so sure about this one. But I ended up using this Taupe palette a lot, and I am a warm tone girl. I tend to reach for like a warm smoky eye, but this palette really speaks to me. I really like it, and whenever I do a makeup look, I love the look that come out of this palette. And here we have a mix. We have 4 matte colors, and they are all laid out differently, and then we have shimmers. And when I first saw this palette, I did not find myself to be super inspired because I thought everything looked pretty much the same in the palette. But when I start to play with it, I really liked this palette. So these 2 are very like different from the other 3 that I just spoke about. So we have 3 different of this spectrum palette. So we have the Nude Spectrum, the Cold Spectrum, and the Warm Spectrum. So starting with the Nude Spectrum palette, in here we have like everything you need when it comes to nudes. We have some matte, some shimmers, we have a black color, and we have a little bit of everything in here. Then we have the Warm Spectrum, and here's where I get a little bit confused because in my opinion the Warm Spectrum is not that much of a warm palette. We still have like this purpley colors that are pretty cool tone, and also this like green silver metallic colors. I just got a little bit confused because I thought that the warm tone palette was going to be more warm tone. And then we have the Cool Spectrum that is more like this cold, cooler tones colors, and we have like the purples and the blues in this one. So if we compare them side by side, we are going to see. So compared side by side. So here we have the Nude palette. In the middle here we have the Warm Spectrum, and here we have the Cool Spectrum. So as you can see, all of them contain a black matte color. They also have all of them crease colors and matte and shimmer. So all of them are like palettes that you can, like one and done palettes. You can take just one palette and you can do multiple different looks, and you do not need to combine with any other palettes. When I bought this, I thought that the warm tone palette was going to be my favorite, but honestly I do prefer the nude and the cold tone palette I do not know why that's so crazy. But a shadow that I really like in the warm tone palette is this one, and this one also reminds me of the Makeup Geek shadow. It's a shadow in the Makeup Geek in collaboration with Manny Mua that is very similar to this, but this one is much more affordable. So there you have like a little comparison. What I can say for all of the palettes, I am very happy with the quality and I think that they are amazing, but you decide for yourself when you see the swatches. And as I said, in this look today I was wearing the Blanc Fusion, and it's a super simple look that took me like not so long to do. Oh yeah, my friends, there you had the in-depth review. It's very hard for me to pick my favorites because I do love all of my Zoeva palettes and I cannot declutter or get rid of any of them because I like them equally amount. But here you had a little bit more in depth so you could see like the difference in between the colors and everything and in between the different palettes. And if you want to go for just 1 or 2 palettes, maybe now I have cleared out your mind a little bit so you know which palettes to go for. So I do hope that you find this video helpful, and yeah, I hope that you liked it. Let me know in the comments what did you like of this video, if it's something that you would like me to do more frequently with other brands, for example. And yeah, I love to do this different kind of videos. So let me know what you think of it, and let me know what you think of Zoeva as a brand, if you have an experience, if you have never tried it, and yeah, let me know. I love to read your comments and I always respond to all of your comments. That, my friends, is going to be the end of today's Beauty Tuesday video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did like this video, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you do want to be part of my YouTube family here, where you have beauty videos coming every single Tuesday. But all the other days of the week you have a lot of different other content and a lot of more fun videos. So I hope that you do want to be a part of this, and I hope I will see you in my next video. But for this time I say have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching, and bye!